When you flip a light switch and warm light fills the room. When you charge your phone and electricity silently flows into the device. When you take the subway and an electric motor drives the train forward smoothly. All of these rely on the great discovery of one scientist. He is Michael Faraday, the most influential physicist and chemist of the 19th century, who used simple experimental equipment to uncover the mysterious connection between electricity and magnetism, opening the door to the electrical age for humanity. Faraday's greatest scientific achievement was the discovery of the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction. And on this basis, he invented the prototype of the first generator in human history, completely changing the way humans obtain electrical energy and laying a solid foundation for the arrival of the electrical age. On August 29, 1830, a moment that was both accidental and inevitable arrived. Faraday inserted a bar magnet into a hollow paper tube wrapped with multiple turns of coil. When the magnet was inserted and pulled out, he found that the pointer of the galvanometer connected to the coil deflected. This meant that an electric current was generated in the coil. Faraday keenly realized that this was not an electric current generated by static magnetism, but an electric current generated by changing magnetism. An induced current would be generated in the coil only when the magnet moved change in magnetic flux. Later, he verified this law through a series of experiments, whether it was the movement of the magnet, the movement of the coil, or the change in magnetic field strength. As long as the magnetic flux passing through the closed coil changed, an induced current would be generated in the coil. This is the famous law of electromagnetic induction, which reveals the mutual transformation relationship between electricity and magnetism, and provides a theoretical basis for humans to obtain electrical energy using electromagnetic phenomena. The discovery of the law of electromagnetic induction made it possible for humans to obtain electrical energy on a large scale. Faraday did not stop at theoretical research, but quickly transformed this discovery into practical technology. In October 1830, based on the principle of electromagnetic induction, he invented the first disk generator in human history. This generator was composed of a copper disk, a magnet, and two wires. When the copper disk rotated in the magnetic field of the magnet, a continuous electric current was generated at both ends of the wires, although the power of this generator was very small, and the generated current could only light a few small magnetic needles. It was the prototype of the modern generator, marking the transition of humans from obtaining electrical energy using chemical energy such as batteries, to converting mechanical energy such as hydropower, wind power into electrical energy. Faraday's scientific discoveries not only promoted the development of physics and chemistry, but also completely changed the way humans produce and live. Their influence penetrated into various fields such as technology, economy, and society, laying an important foundation for the development of modern civilization. The law of electromagnetic induction discovered by Faraday is the core code of the electrical age. Based on this law, scientists and engineers invented key equipment such as generators, electric motors, and transformers, realizing the large-scale production, transmission, and application of electrical energy. By the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, electricity had become the main energy source of human society. Inventions such as electric lights, telephones, telegrams, and trams came out one after another, and humans officially entered the electrical age. All of this originated from Faraday's great discovery in the laboratory. Faraday's research results provided important support for the development of modern physics. The concept of field he proposed broke the traditional concept of action at a distance and laid the foundation for Maxwell to establish the electromagnetic field theory. In 1864, James Clerk Maxwell established a complete set of electromagnetic field equations based on Faraday's experimental research and the concept of field, predicted the existence of electromagnetic waves, and pointed out that light is also a type of electromagnetic wave. This theory not only unified electricity, magnetism, and optics, but also provided a theoretical basis for the later development of technologies, such as radio communication, radar, television, and satellite communication. In addition, Faraday's research in the field of electrochemistry also laid the foundation for the later development of battery technology, electrolysis industry, electroplating technology, etc. For example, the lithium-ion batteries used in modern electric vehicles, the electrolytic aluminum process in industrial production, and the electroplated products in daily life are all inseparable from the electrolysis laws discovered by Faraday. Today, when we enjoy the convenience brought by electricity and use various electrical equipment, we should remember Faraday. It was he who used simple experimental equipment to uncover the mystery between electricity and magnetism. It was he who used his lifelong efforts to open the door to the electrical age for humanity. It was he who used his pure scientific spirit to set an eternal example for future generations. Michael Faraday, this scientific giant who lit up the electrical age with experiments, will always be engraved in the history of human civilization.